I think every single girl should be a content creator. Why? Because girls deserve to express themselves and their mind. And as women, we're constantly taught to be less, to do less, to expect less, to be okay with less. We're constantly compared to our male counterparts in all areas, in the workforce, at home, with things that we can't do, things that we can do. And the great divide between men and women is just constantly expanding and increasing because of all of this content that comes out around shaming men and all of the content that comes out around shaming women. So instead of engaging in either of those, women need to have high agency and protect themselves by letting their voice be heard. Content creation is a journey of self-investment. When you start investing in yourself by creating content, you document your growth journey, and you're helping not only yourself, but anybody that has the ability to come across your videos. You are stepping into your power, you are stepping into your authenticity, and you're showing people around you that it is okay for them to be themselves too. So you get to actually be the voice of a generation, and you get to hone your own voice and discover your own voice through content creation, which, like I said, is a journey. So all women should be taking the time to create content around things that inspire them, things that motivate them, or simply just messages that they want the world to hear. If I wanted to right now, I could just start telling my personal story. I could give you guys story times. I could talk about the walk that I went on just now in the blazing hot sun. It's like 100 degrees. I can talk about how I recently started drinking coconut water again, and it's like amazing for me and my skin, and I'm like having more energy because of what I'm drinking. Like, I can go into so many details about my personal life with content creation, and that's exactly what content creation lets women do. It lets women express their minds. And so for generations, women have been seen as objects, women have been seen as dolls, women have been seen as subservient in the house, outside of the house, just in general, because we have less physical strength than men. We have intelligence that is much different from male intelligence. Female intelligence is a lot more emotional. It's a lot more intuitive. It's a lot more psychic even. It is a lot more, could be a lot more intellectual depending on the person, right? So every woman is different, but women have been categorized as women. Whereas men have the ability to be different. They have the agency and the confidence that is just rooted within their masculinity. It happens by default. They can just go anywhere they want and do whatever they please, and they know this. But they don't think about the fact that women actually necessarily do not have the same freedoms that men do, just in terms of general safety and just in terms of general physical ability as well. So every girl, every woman should be a content creator so that she gets the chance to invest in herself and express her mind and tell her story. Because girls have been silenced for how long and in how many different ways? It's countless. Girls have been silenced in school, you know, in the family dynamic, right? Either the mother or the father or both will try to silence the daughter, especially if you are the eldest daughter, then you know what I'm talking about. So it is vastly important for all women to begin content creating, because then you realize that, girl, you have a voice. Girl, you have a story. Girl, you have the value and the worth that is literally incomprehensible to other human beings. Do you understand? Your worth and your value is only digestible and comprehensible to God, who has created you. And women do not get to explore this. Women do not get to tap into this energy of self-love and self-acceptance often enough, because we have a society that caters to making women feel bad, and that specifically markets to women to make women feel bad about themselves. Every single industry does this. The modeling industry, the makeup industry, the beauty industry, the fashion industry, male-dominated industries. the tech fields, like every single industry is just not, allowing for women to tap into their own natural creativity and essence. We live in a very patriarchal world. Our society is set up in such a way that women cannot take ample sick leave or pregnancy leave when they're in the workforce. They cannot take time out for their monthly cycle when you're literally sick for like almost a week. Like, our society is not catered towards women. There's no, thought. There's no thought of like, oh, actually women need to be protected. They need to be nurtured. They need to be taught. They are the future of our children. They are the future of future societies. It's all out the door. There's this Vedic quote that says, what's the quote? The second that you see women in danger and putting themselves in danger, that's when the downfall of society begins, because women are literally the future of the future generations. They create the future generations. So women need education, they need protection, and they need the ability to self-express and to be themselves. However she is, that's valid, because women go through so much trauma in their life just from being. Okay? And of course, maybe people don't want to hear this. Maybe men don't want to hear this. What do you mean? Trauma? What do you mean? That's so, that's so drastic. That's so dramatic. But unless and until you are a woman, you do not know how women live. You do not know what we have to go through. We are constantly being judged on how we look externally. And we are always feeling bad about it, and we're always also feeling negative in our bodies, because our bodies go through so much change every day. As much as the moon shifts and changes, a woman's body changes with it. So it's almost never comfortable. And so for a woman to have stability is really, really important. And that's a whole other video in and of itself. And this has to do with physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual stability. And I'll make a completely separate video about that, because I had to find it for myself, and I understand how to do it. There's a formula to do it. And this goes for everybody, not just women, but I will make a video for women specifically, and I'll get so in depth on how to manage your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health in correlation with the body and your own cycles. I'll make a video on that, but essentially, I really want every girl watching this video to know that content creation is your escape. It is your freedom. It is your way to be yourself. It is your way to express your mind, to tell your story, and it is also a great way for you to build confidence in who you are. Before I started YouTube, I was a completely different person. Granted, I was much younger, but I also was very traumatized just from what I had been through in my life. I was a people pleaser. I had no solid identity in myself. I was like, I did, but it would shift and change so much that I would end up feeling drained. And like I mentioned, I was a people pleaser. So a lot of my energy went towards people pleasing. And so my identity was always just kind of in the background. I was only able to be myself maybe like 50% of the way, So content creation changed who I was as a person. And like I said, you evolve as a person, and you change as a person as your content evolves and grows as well. And you gain so much confidence from being in front of the camera and speaking your mind. And when you see that you are resonating with people, and that people are benefiting from your content, and like you're actually reaching the world, it is so fulfilling. Again, there are not many jobs in the world that give you full creative freedom, full creative authority and control, and also give you the ability to really nurture other people and give people what you needed, But content creation has the ability to do that. And of course, content creation in and of itself is just a small aspect of business. And again, that's a whole other video. But if you're watching this, if you're a girl, if you're a woman watching this, and if you've been thinking about content creation or starting to content create, let this be your sign, because there's a whole other world inside of you, your hidden world, your inner world, the world needs, because you are magic. You are pure magic. You are magic. You are the magic. You are the spark the world has been needing. And you'll see this. You'll see how true this is once you start content creating. I want all girls to be free. I want all girls to be free to express themselves. Again, guys, we live in such a, masculine, unhealed masculine, dominated society. It's not a healed masculine patriarchy that we are living in. It is an unhealed, fractalized, marginalized, broken, dead society that we live in today. And this society, it wants women to shut up and not express themselves and just look good, and whatever. But if you look good, you have to be mine. I have to control you. You can't look too good. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, so women are restricted from expressing themselves in how they dress, in how they are, in how they look, and how they behave. But then when you start content creating, you realize that you were never restricted. The freedom was yours to begin with. You were just restricting yourself due to the societal conditioning and programming that you've been given your entire life from, again, a broken society. So when you start content creating, you realize the power is in your hands to build your own life, to make your own money, to build your own businesses, to be who you want to be, however that is, however that shifts and changes as you grow, right? Content creation gives you the freedom to explore who you can be potentially, and to really expand into that, to really grow more into that. This is the beauty of content creation. It's kind of like you try to sit down and make a plan to do something. Let's say it's content creation. Let's say you've been wanting to create content. So you'll sit down, you'll make a plan, you'll script a video. Okay, I'll film this video. But the real magic happens when you just go for it, and you go for it with passion and with the right intentions. And then you see your views rising, because that energy it has a spark to it. It has passion to it. It has fire to it. It's cataclysmic. So it catalyzes growth. It catalyzes virality, right? That's what passion does. So scripting is fine if that's your juice, right? My personal juice is that I am somebody that just goes for things. I'm a manifesting generator. And I know that for a fact, because I can manifest things like crazy, not just content, but also ideas and businesses and even like fashion, like looks and stuff. Like I just like create things. I'm a creator. And you become a master creator when you hone your creativity, and content creation is the best way to do that in today's day and age. Your voice, your essence, your energy, your music, your talents, your skills, your gifts, your abilities, your fashion, your passions, they need to be heard by the world and seen and felt by the world. You deserve to feel safe in creating, and you deserve to feel safe in who you are, and content creation gives you this permission. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. To all my ladies who are worrying or wondering if they should start creating content, go for it. What's the worst that can happen? My family's gonna judge me, my boss is gonna judge me. They're not you. They don't live inside of your body, Devi. You are the divine. Do you understand? Like, women need to understand that they are goddesses, literally. You are the treasure of the divine. So stay inaccessible, stay untouched, and stay content creating, because the world needs your energy. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join my school community, you can do so down below. I've created so many resources just for you. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.